It's time for the Metropolitan Report. And of course, it's brought to you by our friends at the Metropolitan Amateur Golf Association, as well as the good folks at Dalhousie Golf Club, the best golf experience in the state. There he is, ladies and gentlemen, the hardest working man in show business, Curt Rohe. Curt, we got so many things to get to. I want to start off with the Warson Cup, because that's a signature event that you all contest. And Sammy Migdal has had some tremendous success at Old Warson. If I'm right, he took his third Old Warson Cup as he defeated Jason Landry in the finals. Here's the bracket for folks, how it started and how they worked their way through. But it was really good golf. I was watching online, obviously rooting for this guy, Skip Bergmeyer, who ran up against Landry and wasn't able to get past him, who eventually got to the finals, and Migdal got him. But talk a little bit about it, because I know the golf course, I heard from a lot of people how great the course was.
Yeah, Jay, the golf course was, I always don't like to say the word perfect, but it was about as perfect as probably we're going to find. It was really, really good. The players commented on it, some of the best greens they've put it on all season. But you know what? I just want to also say we've heard that a lot already this year, whether it was at Gateway National or even at Spencer T for the Open qualifying. I mean, we've heard that a lot. So it's been a kind of crazy spring. It's been a good spring, for agronomics. But anyway, Old Warson was great. The golf course was fantastic. Tim Rothler, the super over there, does a great job. And as I told him, he texted me later that night, congratulations, nice work this weekend. And I said, well, all thanks goes to you. And their crew just gets it, Jay. I mean, they get competition, and he loves setting up his golf course and to provide a test, for good players. And that's what I told them. I said, I just want to say thank you. And, your crew is so good because you use air quotes, you get it. And so anyway, great weekend. Nice to be back. That was the one event we weren't able to conduct in 2020. So it was super to get back out to OW and have the Old Warson Cup.
And just talk a little bit about the changes on 16 and 17. I have not been lucky enough to get out there and tee it, but they made some alterations there. They tell me 17 is as beautiful as it gets.
Yeah, well, I think both of them, 16 and 17. 16, they really actually shortened the hole. I mean, it's still a 600-yard par 5, but they brought that green down and down to the water basically. And I just think it sets up, really, really beautiful. And then just all the clearing. As you said, 17, is a new par 3. They shifted the green to the left. From the back tee, it's 230 from the back. And it can be imposing. Saturday there's a back right hole location that sits back behind a bunker. You see about half the flag stick, and from 230, it's pretty intimidating. When I set the tees Saturday morning, it's the first time I kind of really noticed it. When I set the tees and looked up and saw the flag, I was like, holy cow, that's really good back there. So anyway, I just think they're great changes. And really, if you even go back to 16 fairway, and you can look down through and see 16, it's all open and wide open, and 17, and they've with a lot of tree removal that came with those changes. It's pretty spectacular, I think.
Well, and there is Migdal with the runner-up, Jason Landry, and Skip tells me he's somewhat new to the area, and is kind of known as a good stick and is a confident player. And Skip said he would have a battle, and he did, and he got to the finals and took on the formidable Migdal.
Yeah. I honestly don't know Jason all that well, because as you said, I think he's probably been in the area 3-4 years maybe, and it might be more, but he's really started come around and playing in a lot more events in the last 2 or 3 years. Would have played last year in the Old Warson Cup. He qualified, but then didn't have it. So I know he because he made that comment afterwards. He's like, he was excited to get there last year, and then we didn't have it, so he was really excited to get there this year. Good, really good player. Skip was the only low seed to make it, out of the first day. I mean, it's not that I want to say any of these are upsets. I mean, they're 16 good players, but
sure,
from a seeding standpoint, Skip was the 1 seed, and he advances, and all the other, higher seeds, our lower seeds, advanced on Saturday morning. So, but yeah, Jason's a good player. Had some success in the district events. He's won the district mid-am a couple times, and so yeah, I expect to see a lot more of him this summer.
And good points to start for the season. The 29th Metropolitan, gosh, it's hard to believe.
I know.
29 Metropolitan Women's Amateur Championship, and you had a player win for the second time. Montgomery McKenna is a junior at Lindenwood College. Right there, that lady you see with her is the first lady of golf in the state of Missouri, if you will. Jane Watson, who's been very instrumental with your organization, the Metropolitan Amateur Golf Association, and all the women's stuff. Nice to see her get her second win at a fun golf course, St. Clair Country Club.
Yeah, Claire's been really good to us the last 4 years. We've been back, every year. We've had our senior championship, and now our wins. It had a lot of great compliments from the ladies who had played there before. They really enjoyed it, and so it was good. Yeah, McKenna won in 2017 over at Sunset Hills Country Club. As you mentioned, she plays at Lindenwood. Also, side note, she's also basketball. She's on the basketball squad over at Lindenwood as well. So, so she's just a really, really strong athlete. She lost in the playoff last year to Kathy Glennon in last year's women's amateur. So got that back and was able to capture the Jane M. Watson Trophy. As you mentioned, Jane, that's the trophy. The name, the championship is named after her. The trophy is named after her, and that's the new one right there. It's a beautiful new trophy that we replaced last year. So, and she was there to present the trophy to McKenna. So,
yeah, what a grand lady for the game of golf in our area. Jane Watson is.
It's still going strong, Jay. It's still going strong.
Awesome.
She was commenting to me. She's like, I'm behind on getting some courses rated. I'm like, Jane, we'll be fine, But she's still out there doing that work for us too. So
I mean, brother, I can remember like 1982 being 13, and this is no offense, Jane. Jane was a legend then in 1982 when they had the state am at Glen Echo Country Club, and I got the caddy for a gal from Mizzou, and I mean, Jane is just an icon, and that's one Skip should do, skipping a stick, no doubt, with Jane Watson.
Good call.
Now you've got some other things cooking.
Yep.
A big announcement: the 16th Worldwide Technology Metropolitan Open Championship. That Worldwide Technology is new, presented by Dell Technologies, back at Lake Forest Country Club. This was a really big move by Worldwide Technologies to step up and support professional golf in St. Louis.
Yeah, we've been working with them for to try to get this done, and I know it's a week away, but we were able to get it done this week, and we're really excited to have them come on board and partner with us. Matt Horner, who's a really good friend of Tom's, and is over at Worldwide Technology, and he saw this through and got this done. So they're going to support this championship next week, and with one of their partners. They have several partners, and so Dell Technologies is one of their partners that they work with, and so that's how we came up with the name, the renaming of the championship, and then presented by Dell Technologies. So they're going to be a big part of the of everything really next week. Big part of the Pro-Am on Wednesday, with several teams to play, and they'll be around, and we'll give them a bunch of visibility and everything next week at Lake Forest. So.
Well, and Curt kind of said it, and I'll echo it. I mean, once again, this company stepping up as they seemingly do and have done. I know some people that work there. They care a lot about the situation. I saw in the press release they talked about the work that's going on with the Normandy project, which says a lot. And I really want to give kudos to the good folks at Worldwide Technology for stepping up. And we've got the Worldwide Technology Open coming up. You're going to have over 100 players probably in that event. How many amateurs you got? Because you used to have more AMs, and then as you made this bigger push on the pro circuit with raising the purse, it changed a little.
Yeah, we got 40 amateurs and 95 pros at the moment, but I think I had an email this morning. I was out of Lake Forest doing some work this morning, and I got an email from a guy who's interested. So we got room, but so we're going to be 95, 96 professionals. And again, coming from all over the country. We got there's a guy playing in the Corn Ferry Tour right now, Willie Mack down in South Carolina, but he's entered in our field. I mean, I tell those guys if he does well enough, he make it to the next week Corn Ferry. Hey, good for him. We want to see that. But otherwise, we got some really great names coming up here next week. I'll mention a couple. Michael Vasaki, which is the one name everybody's maybe heard here lately. Monday qualified for a tour event, PGA Tour, a couple weeks ago. Got a lot of press because first time he ever Mondayed, and then last week he, was out there that Justin Thomas wrote him a check just to help him in his career. Finished third last year at Lake Forest. Didn't really know who he was then, but now he's he's registered to come back. Michael Fiegels, which is he was a medalist at U.S. Open qualifying, the 5-time Illini Big Ten player, 5-time All Big Ten player, really making his professional debut in our Open next week. So that that's another strong name. There's locally Chris Nagel, Chris's field, Kyle Weldon. There's some other local guys. So I think it's going to be a good field. Our defending champion Seth Fair, who from Indiana, is registered and coming back. I think it's just out there now. I was out there this morning. Lake Forest really looks great condition wise. I think it's going to be a really good test. It's going to be a little different, I think, from what the guys saw last year. The rough is really good and the greens are really good. So I think it's gonna be a little bit more of a test.
It's a good golf course. You better know where you're going when you're golfing your ball out there. We want to also mention Rapido is now the Players of the Year and Metropolitan Open Pro-Am sponsor. And so things are going good on the sponsorship front.
Yeah. So, many of your listeners hopefully know Justin Bryant, who is a long-time, amateur and actually getting his amateur status back. Was out there playing professionally for a long time. He's working for Rapido and contacted me and wanted to get involved somehow with the Pro-Am. And then, for years and I asked him about, sponsoring our Player of the Year. So our Players of the Year, we'll first off in the Pro-Am, he's going to be set up on a hole out there for the Pro-Am, run a little contest. And there's going to be a winner going to get one of these Rapido mobile launch monitors. And he's also going to give one to the champion at the end of the championship as well. They're going to get one of these devices. And then for our Player of the Year, all of our Player of the Years at the end of this year, we'll be getting a Rapido mobile launch for winning a Player of the Year. So a nice little gift that they've agreed to provide to us. So we're happy to have them come along.
Good. Justin's a really good dude. That's awesome to hear that he's doing well. And I want to finish up with something that means a lot to you and I both. The pros were able to sneak by. It didn't look like they were going to do it. It looked like the AMs might put it on them. But in the end, the pros get it done and win the inaugural Sjogren Cup, which I heard really good things about the time at Belle Reve.
Yeah, it was a great 2 days. Started off with on Saturday afternoon with we had a opening ceremony where we were able to not only announce the teams, but Tom came out and spoke. There he is. Said some very great things, very nice things about Shogi. That's and Susan. That's Susan right there, Bob Sjogren's widow, wife. I'm sorry. Was there to see that, to witness that. So it was a great way to kick off. A lot of Belle Reve members were out there to see this, and just a wonderful way to kick off the 2 days of competition. And the competition was great. We were tied after day one. We got to say we kind of put it to them a little bit in the morning. The amateurs did. We won 5-2 in the foursomes and alternate shot on Monday morning, and it was looking really good going to the singles, but the pros came back, and it came down to the final match, and they pulled out the 15-13 win. So, which is what you want. You want it to be close. Nobody wants to run away with it and not have to be competitive, and it was definitely competitive, and a great way to kick off this this new tradition. This is going to be an event, and I think both sides enjoy themselves and are already looking forward to the 22 matches. So it's gonna, I think, just something to build on. And now we've really got a great foundation to build this event on.
If you look close to your far left, there's living legend Bobby G in flip-flops at Bell Reef. I love it. And there's Curt with a former assistant at Bell Reef, now the head golf professional at Old Hickory and the president of the Gateway PGA section, getting the trophy from Curt. So it was great. So let's remind people what's coming up. Monday, you've got the U.S. Junior boys and girls qualifying, now done on the same day at the Legends, right?
Right. Yeah, we got USJ qualifying boys and girls. We got 30 girls playing for 3 spots, and we got 42 boys playing for 3 spots. So so it should be a good day. It's always exciting. It's whether I'm giving those certificates away to juniors or to a gentleman getting to go play in the U.S. Amateur, it doesn't matter. It's exciting end of the day to give these opportunity for young in this case Monday, a young man and a young woman or 3 young men, 3 young women to go tee it up in the USJ championship. So which I think I'm right. I think you got to do that, didn't you, Jay, back in the day?
I missed by 1.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's
all right. It was Meadowbrook. 1986. I'd already qualified for the PGA Junior and the Insurance Youth Classic, which were the quote-unquote majors. And I made back when 17, which is now 8.
Oh, okay.
I made double bogey both rounds, and I thought about that. I've thought about that ever since, but it's great. We've got some juniors down at Sullivan right now trying to qualify for the AJGA event. It's just the way junior golf is now. It's really changed, and these kids are so good at such a young age and mature. I know it'll be a great qualifier, and then you roll right into the pros with the Metro Open at Lake Forest. Yeah,
should be. We kick off. They'll be coming in town. A lot of these pros will be playing Monday, probably in Wichita. The Korn Ferry Tour's in Wichita, and I think a lot of them play Monday too over there. And if they're not successful there, they'll be driving over Monday, and they'll play practice rounds Tuesday or Wednesday morning, and then some of them will play in the Pro-Am on Wednesday afternoon to really get things going. And we'll be going 7:15 start on Thursday morning. Off 1 and 10, and two full days. 36 holes. Everybody plays. Then we cut the field to the low 40 and ties for Saturday morning, and should wrap up. Gosh, usually we wrap up around 2:30 on Saturday afternoon. But I'd welcome follow us. All the scoring, everything can be found on the our website PGA.org. We'll have a banner right on the page. Follow along. If you got some time, come out and you'll see some, that's one cool part about our Open is, I was looking today actually coming in, I'm looking at the PGA Tour, and Adam Schenk is on there playing the tour. He's a past champion. To see that is, I think, one of the really gratifying parts of this event is to see Adam Schenk, who won our Open and now is, was a card carrying PGA Tour member. Scott Langley, won our Open twice as an amateur. But then they have a lot of these guys come back. They've been coming back for years. I was just at Lake Forest. Doug Castellari said Tim O'Neill's coming here. And for those who don't know who Tim O'Neill is, he's really been coming for 6 or 7 years. Super guy. Yep. But he's coming back. So it's a testament to, I think, what we've built with this championship. And I don't know the exact number. I mean, last year we had guys from like 30 states. So I got to get my staff on and see what. And you know what? Hey, it's also good for the area out there. They do hotel rooms and restaurants and all. You're doing a fantastic job, my man. And congratulations on the sponsorship with Worldwide Technology. Next week, we're going to have Skip and a Stick with Bobby Godwin, and there's a lot of Luther talk. His dad Luther, Buddy Godwin, and some Hope Grieve talk. It's really good. So we're enjoying it, and it's the Metropolitan Report
brought to you by the Metropolitan Amateur Golf Association, the leading golf body in the region. Curt, have a great week and keep doing what you do, brother. You're so good for golf.
Thanks, Jay. Appreciate it. See you guys next week.